January 21, 2025, the Gulf Coast experienced a record-breaking snowfall. I'm documenting here in drone footage some of what happened. I'm in Alabama, and we received at our house anywhere from 7 to 9 inches of snow, depending on what part of the area in Mobile County you were in. Here we see the morning of the 22nd, the results of all the snow that fell. My truck on the bed cover had 8.5 inches. It's not a scientific measurement, but I stuck a ruler in it and it hit just about 8 inches. On the 22nd, the skies were clear, sun shining. This is our neighborhood. Every house was covered. There was very few tracks in the snow at this point. People had not gotten out and gotten around. The roads were very dangerous. I-10 was closed from the Alabama state line to the other side of Pensacola. The I-65 over the Delta, Mobile Delta, it was closed because of icing. It was a beautiful sight, but I don't want it to happen too often. The previous record was set in 1800s. This broke it by a good measure. Houston got hit bad, but Texas was smart. They were able to get snow equipment down from north of Texas, I believe. Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, none of the roads were handled by equipment that I know of. This is a little later on in the same day. You can start seeing the roads were starting to melt. The evening of the 21st, when I looked out, the snow lasted from about 6 o'clock in the morning until about 6:30 in the evening. And at some point, you could not distinguish where the road was from the lawn. We've got a high curve, and it just flowed straight across. You could barely see the top of the curve. It is a pretty sight. Roads were still very slippery in spots. I did go out later in the day to Lowell's to get seed for the bird feeders. The birds were going crazy in our backyard. They wiped the feeders out, and I made the trip over to Lowell's. There was patches of ice. It was not bad traveling as I left around noon to go over. This is later in the day on the 22nd. You can see how the roads were pretty well cleared. No icing in this area. But going out of our subdivision where trees covered the road, still large patches of ice. It was a good thing they have exit out of the back of our neighborhood. I had no icing on the road when I went to Lowell's. This used to be a golf course at one time. This is day 2. It would be the 23rd. And you can see the roofs are starting to melt. There was a lot of icicles hanging off the edge of the roof from the night because it got down to about 25 degrees. This is much later in the 23rd. Lawns are starting to show up. You can see how much the ice is melting off the roofs. Strange how part of our subdivision, the snow had not melted much off the lawns. Day 4 has started. We're going to put the drone up and survey what is left of the snow. So here we go.
Take off.
As seen in this part of the neighborhood, a lot of the lawns, the snow has melted away. This is towards the back section. But back up to the entrance, you can see it's still a lot of snow remaining on the lawns. Roofs still had a lot of snow left on them. Our street, they change a lot of sections in it, east, then west, then north, as you're driving along. It's still the same name of the street, but then they put the prefix of north, south, east, or west, depending on which way the street is heading. And you can see, getting a little higher altitude, I get a survey of pretty much the whole neighborhood. I'm hoping that the snow is melted away by Sunday. We're supposed to get some higher temperatures today.